On Friday, February 15th, 2008, Travis Morgan was taken to Stonecrest Hospital in Smyrna, Tennessee with a concussion. They found out he couldn't talk and had hardly any balance. He was rushed to Centennial Hospital in Nashville, where they discovered he had bleeding in the brain. They stopped the first bleeding, but a second occurred. So far, Travis has been through 2 brain surgeries, numerous ET scans, and an EKG. He's paralyzed from the waist down, has had pneumonia, a collapsed lung, and is in a deep coma. His medical bills are running into the $1 million margin, and his family isn't sure if TennCare will cover it. He's showing good signs, though. He knows when people are in the room and recognizes voices. This is a story of a community of friends coming together to help a family in need. They desperately want their friend to know they are here for him and desire him to come back. This is April 26, 2008.
That was 3 years ago. Let's fast forward now to today, April 23rd, 2011, Travisfest 5. Travis is starting to get better. According to tmorgan13.tumblr.com, he is currently off the ventilator full-time. He's starting to be able to speak again with simple words and has been able to greet people with a simple hi. He is able to do simple math again, which means his brain is starting to function better. Among other things, he's been enjoying listening to his favorite old TV shows, as well as the new Coheed and Cambria album. He's still blind, however, and there's a long way to go before Travis will be okay. And his family still needs help and support to pay the medical bills. We're hoping we can find some way to provide a fund so his family doesn't have to worry about hospital bills again.
So Travis Morgan is one of the best friends I've ever had. Him, Brett, and I have known each other since high school, probably my freshman or sophomore year, I don't remember.
I met Travis in middle school, and then when we started backyard wrestling, eventually. History with Travis, went to high school with him. One of my best friends for as long as I can remember, besides Jesse.
We've always had a history with wrestling, pro and backyard. It was always something we did for fun and entertainment.
Backyard was a lot of fun, painful times. Good times though. Got to bond, I guess you'd say.
And one night there was a group of friends over and we were putting on a match.
Just wrestling at the top of the stairs. I was standing right in my doorway. And
so I broke out of the chokehold like that. And the way Travis was positioned at the top of the stairs, he kind of just rolled back.
Once you do something, you have to one-up yourself in the whole game. And after going through an air hockey table, I guess Travis decided to up the ante and told Jesse to throw him downstairs.
He grabbed onto the railing and stopped for a second and then let go, and it looked like he went back even faster.
And caught himself on the rail and looked back at everyone and threw himself backwards. And I don't know how he caught so much momentum is what he did, but he hit his head as hard as anybody I've ever seen.
And the next thing you know, he's at the bottom of the stairs, and it seriously all happened so fast. He's laying at the bottom of the stairs and his head right in the back. I think it might have been the right side, I'm not sure.
I picked him up and carried him over, and he came to and made the most horrific noise I'll never forget in my life.
I support Travisfest for my friends, for one. Some of my greatest friends were really close to Travis, and working at the venue where it's held also helps a lot.
In the spring of '09, we had Travisfest. That was the first one I worked. I don't remember which one it was. It was the second one. And at the time, I was new to the scene.
And it really just shows what we all can really do when we need help the most.
You see a family evolve around this scene.
I'll do anything for you.
Everybody understands the whole point of raising the money, and that's really great because I mean the whole situation of him not having the money to really pay for his care, and but also it really has brought a whole lot of people into the scene, which is really great.
I met Travis. We actually just have a bunch of friends who were really close to him, and so I know the story, but I don't know it as well as I probably could because having gone through plenty of my own loss and heartache in my life, I know it's difficult to talk about it, so I don't really ask, I just kind of understand.
I've always really wanted to play at Travisfest. Never really have been able to, but I don't know, it's just kind of one of those things where you want to be a part of something a little bit more that's such a big deal.
I'll probably always be involved with it as long as it's going on because I know how much it means to my friends, and I know how much it means to people in this scene and everything. Having been a part of this for this whole decade now, 10 years, I've put a lot of work into making this grow and to trying to build a community, and this is a big part of it. So.
I met Travis. It was actually more of a friends of a friend situation at first. He hung out with a lot of the same people I hung out with, and I'd seen him at shows wearing girl pants, and he kind of just he hung out with Jesse a lot, hung out with Blake Owens a lot, and so after a while we just started hanging out, and it just went from there. Just started hanging out more, you know, going to shows, going out of town, things like that.
Either Brett or Jesse told me that Travis, you know, was a champion, did a flip down the stairs or something, and he was fine. And then, you know, a couple nights later, I was working at Rocketown, and a band was playing, and all these people started running outside, and I thought a fight was happening. So I started going towards that way, and there's just people hugging each other, crying on each other's shoulders. I went up to this kid named Corey and asked him what just happened, and I mean, it kind of reminded me of The Outsiders, but he was like, Travis is messed up.
It's kind of one of those things where you do what you can as much as you can, and if all I can do is sell some t-shirts at a show and donate whatever money I can to him and his family, then, you know, that's all I can do, and I'm pretty okay with that.
I wrote a song once that it just ended up being about Travis, like it wasn't meant to be. I'm not going to take credit saying I wrote it for him, but it ended up adapting to itself and kind of became the anthem to Travisfest, to the point of people chanting Travis after we play it and stuff like that. I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just unfair, you know? Because he's impacted so many people, you know, songs have been written about him, and like the whole Travisfest, it's been going on for a couple of years now.
I have heard about Travisfest through several people in the music scene in Nashville, just sort of being involved, being the band, and running into the same people over and over again. I heard about what Travisfest was, and I heard the story through a couple of different people, friends who I've made throughout, you know, the time being here. But I'd never actually met Travis until a couple of days ago.
I remember if it was Brett or Jesse, but I just remember I got a call and you could just like hear it in their voice. We're just like, hey, I got some bad news, and I had no clue what to expect until they were like, hey, well, you know, we told you that Travis kind of fell the other day. And I was like, yeah, and they're like, man, he's in the hospital, he's not doing too well. And I just remember hauling him to the hospital that night, and just walk in, like, everybody's crying. Terrible.
I mean, the reason I went to Travisfest is for Travis. You know, like, I got close to him. You know, we started hanging out. You know, I wasn't like his best friend, but, you know, he was a good dude. Like, I enjoyed his company. He's hilarious. And so that's why I kept going.
I actually had the chance to go back and see him actually just today, and kind of, he was awake, so I had the chance to kind of interact with him a little bit. And knowing that he's been in the situation that he is for a few years now, and seeing how, you know, how positive he seems, really makes me want to really get involved and help out a lot more.
Travisfest, I've been to every single one. Reason for it, support, big time. And help his family out. Like Brett said, you know, Travis's family isn't really the wealthiest, but I mean, you know, even if I was stuck in that situation, I want my friends to have something like this for me to help out my family.
You really got to stop and think that it could happen to anyone. It could be me, it could be you, it could be anyone really in that position. So I guess really the main lesson this has taught me is that I've got to keep more of an open mind and a positive attitude about life, even when stuff isn't going exactly the way I want it to be, because it really could be worse.
Just from learning from all this, I don't take things lightly anymore. Someone slips, hits their head like I did at work one time, I went straight to the hospital because you never know what's going to happen. I also look at things in different perspective if I'm having a bad day, or I understand things could be worse.
No friends, all family.
No friends, all family.
No friends, all family.
No friends, all family.
No friends, all family. No friends, all family.
No friends, all family.
No friends, all family.
No friends, all family.
No friends, all family.
No friends, all family.